The first one, okay.
Yes, apparently there were storehouses for Jedi artifacts on many planets throughout the galaxy. After the destruction of Ossus and the Sith War, several such sanctuaries were created. Some held dangerous relics, others held many teachings of the Jedi dating back thousands of years. I fear several were stored at Dantooine, but as you know, salvagers stole many of them. Nothing as of yet. They contain records, but nothing definite. Perhaps more holocrons can shed light on the Jedi. They are Jedi holocrons, and as such only a Jedi can open them. I cannot. A holocron. A Jedi holocron.
Well, that's sadly true. They're Jedi holocrons. And it says, as such, only a Jedi can open them. That's not true. A lightsaber could open them. Not necessarily Jedi. But just someone using the light side to open them can open them. Same with Sith holocrons. It doesn't take a Sith to open a Sith holocron. It uses... It needs the dark side to be in use. That's why a Jedi can't open a Sith holocron, because supposedly they don't believe in using the dark side.
Such devices are a repository of Jedi knowledge. We should take it back to the ship and study it. Yes, I have learned a meditation technique, a way of achieving one's center by clearing the mind. It is a means by which one can feel the force around them, and use it to invigorate themselves for a time. Its workings are simple, but it requires only that we possess it, and that we open our minds to it. To open our minds only requires that we meditate upon it, clearing our thoughts and focusing on the holocron. If you wish, we can attempt to make use of its teachings now. Another holocron. We should take it back to the ship for study. This holocron seems to have an inner peace about it, a calming presence. It may have been an aid in meditation. The holocron spoke of a way of keeping one's attention open, so that one could anticipate an attack a split second before it happens, and avoid it. The holocron spoke of a way of calling upon several defensive aspects of the Force all at once.
So, interesting. So it's basically a way for the female exile to be able to learn battle precognition, because right now it's the male exile that learns it from a companion, from the handmaiden, the male exile. So their equivalent for the female exile to learn it was through him at one point in time during development.
A form of sudden enlightenment. It is
Force
possible that when active,
Another
the
thing.
Jedi would be almost completely shielded by the Force. A holocron.
Sith holocron.
A Sith holocron.
To ignore
Such
pain.
devices are a repository of Sith knowledge. We should take it back to the ship and study it. The one we found speaks of strange things, more like impulses. It speaks of a way to turn aside pain, to ignore it, and the suffering of others. I think all it requires is that we accept its teachings, though the thought unnerves me.
It's odd that in the game, at one point they were considering a way to ignore pain, and as being a dark side or Sith teaching. Because in real life, you have the yogis, I think they're called, not the yogi bear, like swamis, in India, who train like almost their entire lives to control their emotions, and also to achieve a measure of mind over matter. Where you see those guys walking over red hot coals, and not even fast, really slowly, where they just taught themselves how to ignore the pain, how to make it feel like something else, make it feel almost like it's more of an annoyance than anything else. And we don't consider that to be in any way evil or anything, so it's interesting they did that here. But Yeah, that's pretty much it. Actually, I think no, I had something else to say about it, didn't I? Pain. Oh, well, no, let's keep going.
This holocron, it is not natural. It feels poison to the touch. Perhaps that is for the best. Very well. If it will give us knowledge of the threat against us, then I will do so. Ones greater than I have fallen to such teachings. There is no harm in caution. It works as the other one did. Again, all that is required is listening and acceptance. The secrets it holds won't be known until we meditate upon it. I fear the secrets it holds will not be ours until we surrender ourselves to it. This holocron seems to be thick with the dark side. I can feel it emanating from it in waves. I find it difficult to tear my eyes from it. It is like it commands my attention, my focus. It is disturbing. Perhaps it was a relic that aided the ancient Sith in their meditations. If so, it may have much of the dark side about it. This new holocron, it speaks of battle and inflicting pain, of knowing how to wound an opponent, both in their mind and spirit. This holocron seems to have no mysteries that I can tell.
Lightsaber crystal.
It merely wishes a willing mind to open it, and then it promises it shall open to us. I think all that is needed is one to hold it, then will it to release what lies inside. Are you all right? That holocron, it's opened. There is something inside. It must be a Sith lightsaber crystal. A powerful find indeed. I feel strange.
Huh. It used to be a choice between whether you open it yourself or you have the disciple open it. And inside there's always a lightsaber crystal. I wonder what kind. What kind of lightsaber crystal? Maybe that could have been originally how you get the... What was it called? Quicksilver? No. Like that dark side crystal that you can find on Onderon if you give that lady in the bar the Starport visa. Maybe at one point in time they had the idea for you to get it this way.
Not myself, as if veins have grown beneath my skin, latched around my heart. It is a Sith crystal, used in their ancient weapons. A powerful relic indeed. Of course, Master. The crystal is yours by right. Then let it rest.
Master.
Only one touched by the Force, or for one who the holocron was intended, may open it. It is not time, if there ever is a time. If it is meant for me, then I am the one who will decide if I am ready to open it. For now, I am not. I think you are right. It is time. The holocron was you. Before you went to war.
Really?
Before you changed at Malachor. It is time for us...
The Exile had her own holocron at one point? Interesting.
To return to Dantooine. There is one holocron that has been hidden, that may shed some light on things to come. I will show you when we get there. It is in one of the private chambers, well hidden. Come, it is this way. This is the chamber. Let us go inside. This holocron is yours. I do not know if you remember it, but I give it to you, and ask that you hear it, then speak to me again. This is the chamber where I first saw you enter the Enclave, where you told me that you were not here to take a Padawan, but instead go to war. I still hear your words. They still travel. Here, you changed my life forever. I ask now that you change it again.
Wow, man. They had this whole side quest planned out for you to collect holocrons from. And then open them and find out, that was a really interesting idea. Too bad they didn't have the time to implement it. But again, I mean, finding the light side holocrons and the dark side holocrons, I wonder where they had them in mind. Maybe they had the idea to have passengers to go deeper into the Jedi Academy ruins on Dantooine. And deeper you go, the more, looking for holocrons. And maybe they had the same with the Sith Academy on Korriban for the Sith dark side holocrons. Damn, good idea. Shame they never got to put it in. Someone ask Chris Avalon about this. Did someone ask Chris Avalon about this? I wonder. Anyway.